You're tuned in to Ask the Master Auto Technician. Car questions? Get answers right now. Call 850-763-0555.
James Auto Center, we fix it right, guaranteed. Beep, 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 yeah.
All right, good morning, everybody. This is James Morris along with Anna Marie Morris. She's manning our phones. I've got Bryan Armstead calling from Tennessee. I think he's been in a... You've been telling me you've been doing a habitat build. Is that what you've been doing this week?
James, and what a life-changing experience it's been.
Tell me about it.
Well, a couple of weeks ago, maybe a month and a half ago, I got an online invitation to the media from Nissan. You know, Nissan's a builder of they build a lot of trucks, light trucks, and quality economy cars and mid-luxury cars like the Maxima, the Sentra, Altima, Titan pickup. Just saying, hey, you know, we're going to be building a house in Tennessee. Nissan is headquartered. The U.S. headquarters is in Nashville, Tennessee. And we're looking for volunteers to come down and spend some time building a house for Nissan, with Nissan in conjunction with Habitat for Humanity. And the name of the project is The House the Media Built.
House.
So I'm like, wow, you know.
Yes.
To me, Jimmy Carter, who's one of the people who helped put Habitat for Humanity on the map, is the greatest post-office president in our history. I mean, he's done more out of office than he was ever able to accomplish in office, mostly because he's dedicated his life to making other people's lives better. Right,
absolutely.
Now, Habitat for Humanity is it's an international non-government and non-profit organization. It was founded in 1976. And I got to apologize. My voice is really kind of...
It's okay. It's early in the morning, and we know how it is. When you're working a Habitat for Humanity house, you're hot. You're
full of dust, man.
Yeah, it's hot. It's sweaty. You don't even bring a magnet in those houses because there's so many nails in them that you will never walk out with that magnet in your pocket and go right to those nails. I mean, there must be 1 million nails in a Habitat house.
Well, you know, surprisingly, this build site... Let me just take a quick sip here.
Sure.
I'm sorry, this build site was remarkably clean because I've had a nail through the foot before, and I, for some reason, I just couldn't. I wore the wrong shoes. I mean, I just had on some black shoes, but they weren't suited for climbing up on ladders. They weren't suited for the rocky terrain that we encountered. But anyway, back to Habitat for Humanity. They build thousands of homes. They built more than 800,000 homes since their founding in 1976. They're the largest not-for-profit builder in the world. So here we are. We're down in just the outskirts of Nashville, Tennessee. We assembled at 6:30 in the morning. Everybody, there were about 30 of us on this particular wave. They have different waves coming down to build different parts of the house.
Right.
Like wave 1 got there, and it was just a flat concrete slab. So when wave 1 finished, they had all the walls up.
Right.
So when we went in on Wednesday morning to start wave 2, all the walls were up, and it was our duty to wrap those walls with insulation and styrofoam sheets. Styrofoam first, and then the Tyvek type wrap second, and then put in windows and doors. But most importantly, all of the roof trusses had to go up.
Right.
And OMG, a roof truss weighs a whole lot. Now, guess who got to be at the front of the roof truss lifting them up on the roof line?
Probably a guy that's
Bryan Armstead, because Bryan Armstead is 6'9".
That's what I was going to say, because you're so tall. That's why.
Yeah, and then Steve Yeager from Nissan was another one who, but I just want to go back to Nissan, for example. This whole project was the brainchild of one of their communications executives, Dan Bedore. And he got this idea, and his superiors at Nissan gave him the green light to go along with it. And the Nissan folks rocked. I mean, they were down there on the site, Dan Bedore, Christina Adamski, Wendy Orthman, Steve Yeager, and Antonio, can't remember the brother's last name, but he handles the press release. Everybody was in there mixing it up. Nicole Smart. It was really cool because they could have easily invited the media down and said, okay, you guys go to work.
Yeah, yeah, they could have.
But they got in there, and Dan Bador, Steve, and Dan Pass were up on the roof, man, which was the most difficult part because not only do you have to do your work up there, you've got to keep from falling down to the rest of the house.
It's that sudden stop that gets you, man. It's not the fall.
Oh man! I mean, you're walking on 2x4 trusses or 2x whatever they are,
yeah.
the measurements.
Yeah.
And it was pretty hot that day, and we got all those roof trusses up. We got all the windows in. We got all the doors in, and in about a month, James, Rahimi Marfing and Awadia Muhammad, a beautiful couple from Sudan, and their 3 daughters will move into this house in early December. And, they're victims of political tyranny in Sudan. The father was from the north of Sudan. The wife was from the south of Sudan. As you know, South Sudan is now an independent nation. So the civil war in Sudan really tore a lot of families apart. They were forced to flee. They came here. They bounced from state to state trying to find good, decent health care and decent jobs to, give the girls a head start on their new life in the United States. And it's a classic example of a family just sacrificing everything and trying to make their kids' lives better.
And it's not, they don't get this for free. They have to put in sweat equity before they get this home because James Auto Center, my wife and I in 2006, we sponsored a home for Habitat Humanity and built and paid the money down for them to build a home for a couple here as well. And they have to put sweat equity in before they're even considered to be able to put a home. They have to volunteer literally hundreds of hours on other homes that are being built, this couple does, up there, the ones you're talking about, before they're even qualified to get their name put in the hat to be drawn to see if they can have a home. But this house you're talking about is something that is a dream come true to them.
Oh my God, you should. They were out there every day. They're a quiet couple, so there wasn't a lot of conversation, but there certainly was a lot of thanks and appreciation.
Yes, there is.
And the gentleman was out there. He had his impact hammer. He was putting lag bolts in the foundation all day long. It's a difficult job.
Oh yes.
His wife was cutting foundation and cutting insulation and wrapping the home and helping any way she could. And just everybody was like dirt caked and hot. And so she'd walk around and make sure everybody was properly hydrated. Now, I also want to add that as part of the program, they also have to come up with a $2,500 down payment.
Yes.
So that's no small chunk of change for somebody who's trying to make it every day.
And the actual cost, actual materials, I don't know how big the house was. What was it? 1,200, 1,500 square feet, somewhere in that area.
Single level home. I would say about 1,200.
We're talking about just materials between $50,000 and $70,000 just for the materials, and the labor is free. I mean, and that's
most of the labor is free because
the
the pro contractors come in to do the obvious stuff like the plumbing, the electricity, the roofing. We actually built special barriers on the roof to keep the roofing guys safe so they wouldn't come tumbling down off the edge. But the local Habitat for Humanity people, Chris, can't remember his last name, but just a young guy, terrific. We had a crew of about maybe 8 to 10 Habitat folks who do this all the time. Give us guidance, give us that pep talk when they could see we were lagging. After lunch, man, everybody wanted a Nissan hammock. We weren't thinking about building a house. All we wanted to do was lay down in the back of one of those Titans and just call it a day. But we drove over in Titans. The Titan is a perfect vehicle for the workplace.
Right.
It's got you
big
can get
truck,
diesel power. You can, it's a tremendous truck. I've always been an F-150 fan, but I'm really swayed by this Titan after driving it, and the ride quality is superb. You can get a powerful diesel in it.
Diesel? They got diesels now in Titans?
They've got XD diesels, yeah.
Oh, man, did not know that.
9,300 pounds.
Wow.
They range in price from $34,000 up to $52,000, $55,000.
Right.
Just a terrific vehicle to get, and it appeared that because there were several Titans on the work site actually doing work, so maybe Nissan has donated a couple of Titans to Habitat for Humanity. I'm sure they have.
Okay.
If I recall, Dan Bador saying that they have donated some vehicles to the local Habitat for Humanity. But it goes to show that a Japanese or a foreign company can come into the United States, build a plant, become part of the local fabric. It's not just like, all of our jobs are going overseas. They brought jobs back here to the United States. They employ thousands in Nashville.
Really? Yes.
They affect the community. It's their headquarters. They affect the community in a very positive way. This is one of hundreds of projects that Nissan does, and other car companies as well. I mean, it's not just Nissan. But I got to tell you, I've been doing this for 21 years, James. I've been writing about automobiles. I've been in radio for 42 years. And, I've been in some pretty exotic places in my time with the State Department and on automotive press trips. I've driven the Swiss Alps. I've flown past the Himalayas on my way to Bhutan. I've been at a base camp in Nepal for climbing Mount Everest. I've done some pretty exotic things.
Yes, you have.
But nothing has excited me more than the prospect of doing this and the feel good, the great way I felt, as tired as I was, we all were, when we were done for the day. I got to tell you, I was happy I was done for the day. They whipped out behinds. But, we got back to the hotel. I watched all the dust off of me. We went and had a great dinner, and everybody was just really, we were on a cloud nine high. Well, having done that for those people.
What you've done, you've paid it forward is what you've done. You've done something,
Absolutely.
You've paid it forward, and you're expecting nothing in return other than to help someone else out there. And that's what I tell people about charity. Charity starts with you, inside your heart, not giving money to the government for them to give it out. It should be from you, from your heart, helping other people out. And that's what I like about doing things for Habitat for Humanity, because that's one of the programs my wife and I really feel strong about. That, well, I voted for Jimmy Carter in '76. That's how, maybe I did wrong back then, but I really liked him in '76. I thought he was a good president. And I was a little disappointed in a few things that came out, but he was a much better, as you said, post-president, because he did so many things to help the community that we saw, and his heart is in the right place. And
his heart is in the right place.
Absolutely, and I'm really thankful that he's in our life.
I know we're running out of time.
We got 30 seconds.
Just big props to Nissan again. Great cars, Nissan USA, but they didn't do NissanUSA.com. They didn't do this for the media hit to sell trucks and cars. They did it out of the goodness of their hearts.
Right.
So big ups to Dan Bedore, the whole Nissan family. Well done, and proud and happy to be a part of it. Thank you so much for including me and all of my media colleagues in the house the media built. Nissan rocks. That was a hell of a project. Thank you so much.
Sounds great. We're looking forward to it. I'll make sure I put this video where you can share with your friends in Nissan up there. Thank you so much, Bryan Armstead. We'll talk to you again next week at the same time. All right, everybody. We'll talk to y'all tomorrow morning. Bye-bye.
James Auto Center, we fix it right, guarantee.